What's up guys, back again with me my YouTube channel Johan Sagala in the Bodybuilding podcast session. So today we're gonna discuss about Nathan Deasha planning retired in his bodybuilding career. So this is really excited because Nathan Deasha, he has a lot of fans and he has so much people who really support him as a good talker, as a great businessman in the fitness bodybuilding industry, and of course awesome and great competitors. So let's go what he want to tell them and make the statement about his retirement.
Gave me that extra freedom to not go to the gym, do what I want, and just be a normal guy again, full time. And for me, it's opened my eyes a lot. Even though I didn't focus on bodybuilding as my main source of life, I realized that I contributed a lot of time to bodybuilding. To where I had this age limit to 40. That was my retirement age.
So shout out to Javier Willis Desktop Bodybuilding who really bringing Nathan Deasha for making some podcast and asking some great question about his bodybuilding career, his history, and his retirement for Nathan Deasha in bodybuilding career. This is some kind of like the shock statement for me when I heard and watched this podcast. I watching this podcast until the end, full podcast. Okay, I'm watching all of the topic that Javier Willis give it to Nathan Deasha, Martin Fitzwater, and Brad Wilkins. Nathan Deasha said he's gonna retirement at 40. I don't know how much his age right now, how old he is, maybe 35, 36, or 38. But I think this is really some kind of like amazing way and good way for himself because he already going into bodybuilding almost more than 20 plus year, I believe. Okay, and I think this is the good way for him because if you really focusing on bodybuilding, okay, everything about bodybuilding, you're not gonna thinking about your friends, you're not gonna thinking about your family even, because your goal and your vision in your mind, in your head, it just Olympia, it just compete, it just show how to be the greatest bodybuilder of all time. Of course you're gonna take whatever it takes, you're gonna doing everything for being yourself to be the best bodybuilder of all time. That's what Nathan Deasha already done and feel back in the day because remember guys, Nathan Deasha is really good competitors. He have 10 or more Olympians pro show, I believe. And he already in the top 8 Mr. Olympia multiple times. Of course, how many show he done in bodybuilding career, it's not really, you cannot count with your finger. I think there's a lot, that's a lot. So it's time. I think this is the good time and it's a really amazing way for Nathan Deasha for making and choosing and decided to making some his own for his retirement so he can enjoy with his family time, he can hang out with his friend, he can traveling, he can everything. Okay, because main source of the focus in his brain and in his mind, it's not bodybuilding anymore. It's not like back in the day who just Nathan Deasha thinking about competing and winning the show. Of course if you really take bodybuilding sport, okay, in another level, you're gonna suffer, man. Okay, you're gonna suffer, believe me. It's not gonna some kind of like normal people can feel like in the gym, they can say hi, they can making some communication with all of the people. No, but when you train in the gym, you're just focusing about your own, and what you're thinking is just win the show and beat this guy and beat all of the guy.
And now that I've saw my bicep, now obviously the age has come down a little bit. So, probably retire in 2 years, rather than that because I've got a lot more, I've seen a lot more in life, and just that little thing. I don't want to be fucking walking around at 40 or 40, 50 with fucking torn up biceps, bad knees, walking around. It's just not for me. So I think that was a blessing in disguise for myself. And just basically, but at the same time, made me realize that I do miss the gym. and the gym is a part of my life. So the 12 weeks I had living as a normal human, it was refreshing.
Probably because he injured his bicep and he injured his quad, okay, knee. That's probably part of the reason Nathan Diasha want to retire it, and that's why Nathan Diasha want to live as a normal human. And I think he was 38 right now, like him said, he just have 2 years more time for making his retirement plan, so he cannot wait, he said, about living as a normal human. So he's not really focusing on bodybuilding again, and all of the part is just train in the gym. He said if he missed the gym, okay, he really enjoy it, and he realized that he already taking the gym is part of his life. He don't care about anything, he don't care about his friend, he don't care about maybe his family even, we can say. And that's really what the hell, it's not really like you have to live in this world to be like that, okay, if you have the mindset like that. I'm really glad that Nathan Diasha old version, this is we talking about Nathan Diasha who relive the competitors mindset, right, who really focusing on bodybuilding. It's changed, okay, and he realized that he just missing all of the part and he just missing all of the moment. I'm sure if he can say, he hope he can throw back and he can back the time, okay, like he was competitive, so he can enjoy and live balance for his friend, his family, and for his bodybuilding career. But it's all passing, right? It's all passing, and I hope Nathan Diasha for his future it's gonna be more can feel like live as a normal human being, so he can enjoy his life with his family. That's the most important, man, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, like you've been in it longer than Brett and Martin, so it's a little bit different for you. And obviously, you're a dad as well. How much did like obviously all the the unfortunate passings in bodybuilding with Cedric and Sean and all that seems like it's played a pretty big role in a lot of guys saying, "Hey, I'm going to retire." 35 or 34 or whatever age, and it's obviously you're saying this now. Like, how much does that play into it? How much does like plays into it? But you've got kids and all that sort of stuff.
Zero, because I don't really. Them guys, I know them. They're not my friends. But at the end of the day, you choose to do the sport. If you're gullible and you don't realize what you're doing to yourself, then you're kind of stupid. I took on this sport knowing that my family has a high risk of cancer. Two genes, BRCA1 and BRCA2 breast cancer, and yet I still decided to go hard when I was 20 and just do heavier cycles than what I do now. It was my own personal own choice.
That means no one really have influenced him for making his retirement plan. So Nathan Diasha making some retirement planning, it just because he feel like he don't comfortable anymore, and he don't feel like he live like a human, he live like a normal human being. Even he say like a Sean, like a Cedric, who really passing and making retirement in bodybuilding career at the 35, 36. He said no, they not really influence him for making some retirement. He just want to making retirement just comes from himself, not get influenced by anyone. Okay, I think this is really the good things, and no one competitors gonna feel like Nathan Diasha, gonna get some mindset like Nathan Diasha, because I think most competitors and most bodybuilder want to be retirement on his bodybuilding career. It just because he look at the guy and heard about others opinion, you should retire it because what you're doing it's dangerous, okay, you're not gonna live longer, or etc etc. I'm sure you all know about what I mean, right? He said like he's doing and another competitors doing, it's will be, that's your own personal choice, okay, that's what you have to risk for, okay, you're really risking your life. Even like he said, Nathan Diasha have some kind of like the family who really have breast cancer, who really black genuine cancer, and he's still taking heavier cycles. Imagine that if you really have the mindset like that, what you're doing is just want to winning the show, want to be Mr. Olympia, and etc etc. So that's why I'm always said amazing way, really good decision for Nathan Diasha making his retirement plan, because the family it's more important, okay, you don't need to making your people who you love sad is really cry if they really lose you, because you really one of the people who really they love in their life. So that's what I want to talk and discuss with all of you guys about Nathan Asha retirement plan. So hopefully this video can bring the benefit and value information to all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm your host Johan Sagala, sending out. May God bless you all.